Hi guys, just a quick disclaimer before we get into this quest guide. This is my first time doing a quest guide, and I wanted to test something out where I didn't skip forward anything or fast forward anything or play music in the background so you could get an actual feel for how long this should take you from start to finish under normal circumstances, so your run energy runs out and you have to walk. So there is a lot of dead air because I didn't want to pause it and then have it skip forward and give you an unrealistic idea of how long it should take you. So if you guys like this idea, please let me know in the comments and I'll continue doing it. And if you don't like it, then I'll just cut out the dead air. If you like the idea of having a realistic amount of time that the quest is going to take, then go ahead and just let me know, hey, I like the format, it's good, keep it going. Or if you want the format a little bit different, like you want the dead air cut out, just let me know. Thanks guys. Hello guys, and welcome to my walkthrough for the Biohazard quest in Oldschool Runescape. Let's start off with the first thing, for a couple things you're going to need. The quest you're going to need to complete this is you're going to need to have completed a Plague City. There are no skill requirements for this. And the items you're going to need to complete this quest, you're going to need a rope, you're going to need a priest gown, and a priest top. Now both of these can be bought very close to where we're going to end up using them. So if you don't have them in your bank, no problem, just bring some cash and we'll buy it before we need it. Some items recommended for this: Varrock and Falador teleports, food, armor, and a weapon, depending on your combat level. Also, it's always recommended to have weight-reducing gear, such as full graceful, and a higher agility level to use the log shortcut in between in East Ardoon. So with that said, we're going to go through this. No fast forwarding, no pausing, no skipping, just straight through. So first thing you're going to want to do is you want to go inside. You're going to want to talk to Elena. And you're going to run through all of your conversations. And then that should start your quest. And once that has been started, you're going to exit the house. And you're going to run to the west and cross the log balance if you have the agility level. If not, just run around. And I'll fall in. And what you're going to want to do is go to this house right here. The one with the water right to the south of the bank. And you're going to be wanting to look for Jericho. Once you find him, go ahead and talk to him. And once you have completed talking to him, you want to go inside his house if you're not already. Open his cupboard and search it. There should be some bird feed. And then you want to go to the back of his house and pick up a pigeon cage. This will save you some time later on in the quest, so just make sure you grab both of them before going on to the next step. So once you've found Jericho, we're going to want to make our way to the southwest corner of East Ardoon. And you're going to be wanting to look for Omar, who is to the west of Carnelian Mansion, which is a little bit south of the palace itself. Alright, so once you're here, go ahead and talk to Omar. And then once that's complete, the next step we're going to be doing is you're going to want to run north to the watchtower. And once you're here, the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to use the bird feed. You're going to need to stand at the corner of this watchtower first. And you're going to want to use the bird feed on the actual tower. And then you're going to want to open the pigeon cage, which will distract the mourners. And once that's completed, you want to run back to Omar. And this is where your rope is going to come in. You're going to end up using the rope to get into West Ardoon. Okay. So once you're inside, you're going to want to start heading to the northwest corner of West Ardoon. My apologies. It should actually be the northeast corner of West Ardoon. All these directions. The big signal that you're at the right house is that there should be a water symbol on your mini-map. Now before you enter the house, go ahead and pick up a rotten apple, which is just to the west of that house. Once you pick that up, you're going to want to enter the house and get to the back, basically the backyard of it. You're going to want to enter by using this shortcut, quote unquote, through the fence. And then you're going to want to use the rotten apple on the cauldron itself. After that, go ahead and try to open the door. And they'll tell you that all the mourners are ill. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to head to the southwest corner. So you're going to run to the complete opposite side of West Ardoon. So this is the house we're looking for. It's directly southwest of the actual monastery. And once you're here, go ahead and open it. Go inside, and you're going to want to search the cupboards. And you should get a doctor's gown. Once you have that, you can head back to the mourner house. You do not have to have it on until we get to the mourner's house, so if you do have full graceful, go ahead and wear your full graceful until we get to the house. And then once we get to this house, go ahead and throw on your doctor's gown and enter the door. You're going to want to go through the door and go up the staircase. Make sure you have your weapon equipped or whatever you need to fight. Make sure you don't unequip your doctor's gown. You want to keep that on. Once you're here, go ahead and talk to a mourner and say whatever you want. He'll get mad and start attacking you. So you want to go ahead and kill him. And if you don't get a key drop, then you need to do the same thing to the other mourner. Once you have the key, go ahead and open the gate. And you're going to want to start searching everything until we find a distillator. Never heard it called that. Okay, go away. But just search all these crates and you will eventually find it. We found it. There it is. So once we get that, we're going to want to head back to the southeast corner that we entered. And we're going to want to talk to Kilron, who looks almost exactly like Omar. And also, again, when you leave the house, go ahead and put back on your full graceful if you are using that. Once you're here, tell them that you want to go back. And then run back to Elena's house, which is where we started this quest. Once you're back here, go back inside the house and talk to Elena. And then she should reward you with some vials. Now these vials are very important. You want to make sure, well, we need to get to Remington, but we cannot teleport with these. So the quickest way to do this without breaking them is you're going to want to run to the Ardoon market, and you're going to want to take a charter to Port Sarim and then run over to Remington that way. Remember, you cannot teleport with these in your inventory. You can bank them and then teleport, but as long as they're in their inventory, you cannot teleport or they will break and you'll have to do this over again. So if you notice what I'm doing, I'm just taking the ship over to Brimhaven, and then I'm going to take the charter from here at Brimhaven to Port Sarim, and then I'm going to run over to Remington from there. Obviously, you don't have to do it this way. You can do whatever way you want to get over to Remington. The important thing is that you do not teleport, because that will break these. So once you're in Remington, you want to head west past the house portal and towards the bush patch. We're heading into the chemist house, who is in the southwest corner of Remington. If you didn't do it the way that I did it, please make sure you have your plague sample in your inventory. You're going to need that in order to go to the next step. So you're going to want to talk to the chemist about your quest. Do not tell him that you're carrying a plague sample. Talk to him about being Elena's friend. You need to tell him that you need some touch paper. Remember, do not say anything about the plague sample at all. Okay, so once you have that, you're going to want to give the vials to the 3 delivery men. I'll explain this in a minute why, but first what you want to do is you want to use the Athenia on Da Vinci. Or not use, but you're going to need to talk to him. Give him the vial of Athenia, Da Vinci. You're going to want to give Hops the sulfuric bottle. The sulfuric bromide, my apologies. And then to Chansey, you want to give the liquid honey. Again, so now we need to make our way over to Varrock. Again, you cannot teleport or else the plague sample will break in your inventory. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run down to Falador. I'm going to bank the plague sample. I'm going to teleport to Varrock and then just get my plague sample out of the bank. I believe that to be the fastest way. If you have a brown apron on you and you've done the hard Falador achievement diaries, and obviously you can just bank in the crafting guild and do it that way. But for most people who haven't done that yet, just go ahead and use the shortcut and get into Falador. Bank your plague sample and go ahead and teleport to Varrock. So bank your plague sample and teleport. Now once in Varrock, if you read the chat, the smugglers are going to be at the Drunken Donkey Inn. So the Drunken Donkey Inn is in the southeast corner of Varrock. So once you're here, go ahead and use the Varrock East Bank to get your plague sample back out. And then run south of the bank, as if you were going to go to the rune shop to get teleported for rune essence. But instead of going there, you're going to want to go through this gate that's blocked by a guard, and the guard is going to search you, which is exactly why you have to have the other vials smuggled in. So once you're here, go ahead and go into this fancy clothes shop, and you're going to want to trade the owner, and you're going to want to buy the priest gown, the bottom and the top. Should cost you about like 20 gold, more like 10. Go ahead and purchase that now, save us a step later. And then once you're at the inn, go ahead and talk to the smugglers and get all your vials back. So once we have those, you want to run to the southwest corner, which is Guidor's house. I think that's how you say his name. You're going to want to talk to his wife. She's going to say that he needs to talk to her priest, so put on your priest robe, which is why we bought it. And then you should be able to just go through the door. Once you've done that, go ahead and talk to Guidor. You want to tell him that you're looking for a cure to the plague and tell him you've been sent by his pupil. So it doesn't really matter what you say. Basically, what he will tell you is that there is no plague. Once you've been told that, go ahead and teleport back to Ardoon. And you're going to want to make your way back to Elena's house. Put back on your full graceful. Restore that and run energy 20% faster. So once you're here, go ahead and talk to Elena. You're going to want to tell her that there is no plague. She shouldn't have to say anything. Your character will just do it automatically. She will tell you to go talk to the king. So exit her house and start heading south towards where we entered West Ardoon. once you're here at the palace, you're going to want to enter and climb up the staircase. Then you're going to want to talk to King Lathas, who is in the door right to the east of you. He's going to tell you a few things. And that should be quest complete. So for completing this quest, you get 3 quest points, and you get 1250 thieving experience. This quest is required for those of you who want to get onto Underground Pass, and for those of you who want to get onto doing Regicide. So, that is that. I'm going to attack that guy. But that is that. I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and if you did enjoy, feel free to subscribe for more guides or other RuneScape content. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. It lets me know that the guide was helpful. And if you didn't like it, leave a dislike and let me know why you didn't like it. I'd really like to know, so I can use it for constructive criticism in the future. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and really appreciate your time.